Are you tired of chasing perfection? Do you feel like it's holding you back from living a fulfilling life? Today, we'll discover how embracing imperfection can change your life for the better, so stay tuned. Hey, y'all, welcome to Life Next Level. I'm thrilled to have you here. My name is Jay, and I'm here to help you reignite your passions and purpose. If you're feeling frustrated, burned out, or stuck in a rut, you've come to the right place. Today's topic is something incredibly close to my heart: the art of embracing imperfection. You might wonder why this topic is so crucial for you. Well, because striving for perfection can often leave you feeling paralyzed, afraid to take risks, and constantly dissatisfied with your efforts. It can be a relentless cycle that prevents us from truly enjoying our lives and achieving our goals. And you may wonder why it's close to my heart. Well, because when I was young, I was so ashamed of my imperfection. I was shy. I didn't think I could stack up to others. I had no confidence. I had to work a lot on myself to get where I am today. I had zero self-confidence, maybe even self-loathing. I don't know, but I was shy, embarrassed, and thought everyone was better than me. So I never went for anything. Be it career fulfillment, the girl next door. I was just racked with self-doubt. A big piece of my healing, though, was learning to embrace my imperfections. Look, we're all imperfect. We've got things to work on, but even more importantly, I want you to embrace your weirdness. Don't try to be like others. Be you. Be confident in it. I want to see you in your full weirdness. So let's talk more about your weirdness and why it rocks. In this video, we're going to explore how embracing imperfection can set you free, help you grow, and ultimately it can lead you to a more passionate and purposeful life. So if you're ready to break free from the change of perfectionism and start living authentically, stick around. This could be the game changer you've been waiting for. So let's dive right in by first understanding what perfectionism really is. Perfectionism is the relentless pursuit of flawlessness, often accompanied by self-criticism and high standards that are really difficult, if not impossible, to achieve. And like me, it can drag you down. It's more than just wanting to do well. It's an all-consuming need to avoid all mistakes and failures at all costs, and an unhealthy need to compare yourself to others. But where does this need for perfectionism come from? Unfortunately, the origins of perfectionism often lie in our upbringing, societal pressures, or even internal fears. I say unfortunately because that's why they can be so damn hard to get rid of. And some people never can get rid of them. Many of us grew up believing that being perfect was the only way to gain approval, love, and success. This ties directly into a lot of our videos that we create here at Life Next Level about fear and fear of failure and why they're so taboo. Society constantly bombards us with images of perfect lives on social media, further fueling our desire to measure up. And a lot of this is upbringing. And I stop short of blaming parents. Parents just want what's best for you, and we all have it ingrained in our heads that failure is so bad, and it's not. And so we strive to be perfect for our parents, for society, for school, and for media, social media. That's the standard by which we're raised, and it's really hard to get that out of our heads. So striving for perfection, though, comes with a heavy price. The negative impacts are profound. You might find yourself constantly stressed, unable to enjoy your accomplishments because you're too focused on what could have been better, how you could have done it better. It can lead to burnout, anxiety, and even depression. Relationships can also suffer because you hold yourself and others to impossible standards. You become your own worst critic, and this criticism can stifle creativity and personal growth. But imagine this: a life where you embrace imperfection instead. The benefits are transformative. When you accept that it's okay to make mistakes, that it's okay to be imperfect in any way, that it's okay to be you, you open yourself up to new experiences and opportunities for growth. You become more resilient because you're no longer afraid of failure. You're not afraid of what others think anymore. Your stress levels decrease as you begin to enjoy the journey rather than obsess over the destination and perfectionism. So how can you start embracing imperfection in your daily life? I want to give you some practical tips. 1, shift your mindset. Start by changing how you view mistakes and failures. Instead of seeing them as setbacks and being upset, view them as learning opportunities. Remember, every single successful person has experienced failure at some point. In fact, the most successful have typically failed the most. They just turn that failure into knowledge and then try again, and they're that much better for it. 2, Set realistic goals. Aim for progress rather than perfection. Break down your goals into manageable steps and celebrate small victories along the way. 3, practice self compassion. Be kind to yourself when things don't go as planned. It happens all the time. Treat yourself with the same understanding and patience you would offer a friend. On that note, have you ever noticed how you talk to yourself and treat yourself? Would you ever treat a friend that way, or even an acquaintance, or even an enemy for that matter? The answer is probably not. So why do we treat ourselves with so little compassion and so terribly? Sometimes we hate ourselves. It's the things we say to ourselves. It's just terrible sometimes. I go through it all the time. 4, limit comparison. Social media can be a huge trigger for perfectionism. Limit your time on those platforms and remember that everyone's life looks differently behind closed doors. I want to note here that this is especially true if you're going through like a tough time, if you're going through a breakup or just any tough time to go to social media can be heart wrenching, right? So just keep always keep that in mind. But no matter what, remember that social media is typically just people's highlight reels. You never see their bad times. It's only the best. So just always keep that in mind. 5, embrace vulnerability. And we have a video just on this because I think it's so important. But share your struggles with others. You'll find that you're not alone, that vulnerability can build stronger connections. Being vulnerable and embracing imperfection is often one of the most bold things you can do. In fact, I'd say it takes more courage than the alternative. I find people who are vulnerable and able to express that as some of the most courageous people, and I look up to them. And finally, 6, as I mentioned, I want you to embrace your weirdness. Be who you are to the world. Don't hide it, right? Don't hide who you truly are in front of others. You're happier and better when you're yourself, and you'll find that you'll start falling into your purpose and passions when you do that. So to bring these tips to life, I just want to share a couple real life examples. One is my story, and I still go through phases for this. I kind of already mentioned it, but I ended up um, after like doing a lot of work on myself and in learning to embrace imperfections, and doing a lot of other personal growth stuff too. Don't get me wrong, which a lot of it you can find on this channel. I'm kind of getting out there the things that helped me, but I ended up getting a lot of opportunities. I got a job offer in Hawaii and I moved there. Never mind that it didn't work as I wanted it to, but it was still an opportunity, right? I started a small business. I helped others achieve their dreams and start businesses. I'm now doing this. I put myself out there with blogs and now videos. I would have never been able to put myself out there like this. And believe me, it took me a long time to do it, both with blogs and with videos, but I really want to help people, and that's my passion. And so I'm hoping that even if this helps just one person, totally worth it for me. That's why I would love to hear back from you in the comments, or can always email me at j@lifenextlevel.com. But I would have never been able to do this if it wasn't for growing and personal growth and learning that you can be vulnerable. This video doesn't have to be perfect. As long as it gets through to you and you know there's some information you can take away and better your life, it's fine. So for like fear of failure, for example, that was one of my huge things, right? I would have never been able to do this because I was afraid I was going to fail. I was afraid this video would be terrible. But also for fear of what others thought of me, right? Don't let others pass judgment on you. You do you. Another inspiring story you may have heard of James Altucher. This is just one of my favorites because this is one when I started my personal growth journey after one of my bad breakups. I picked up his first major book. He was an aspiring writer. He was an aspiring entrepreneur. He did a bunch of stuff, but he failed constantly. And he feared criticism initially, and then he wrote a book and it did bad, and he didn't take it well. But he started to learn through everything he did, embrace who he was, and even though he hit rock bottom multiple times, he kept going. He knew he was different, but he didn't care. He tried stand-up comedy and anything he could. He learned to embrace his imperfections, and he learned to see feedback as an opportunity for growth rather than judgment of his worth, and he knew he could do it. He kept going, and he has multiple best-selling books now. He owns a comedy club where he still goes on stage. Even if he doesn't think he's that good at it, he still does it to get out of his comfort zone, embrace his imperfections, and be who he is. He's got a couple of really good books out there too, y'all. But these stories just show that like embracing imperfection doesn't mean settling for mediocrity. It means allowing yourself the freedom to grow, learn, and ultimately achieve more than you ever thought possible. Being you and doing what you want to do. So by not worrying about failure, not worrying about others, not worrying about judgment, and not worrying about anything but yourself and your journey, you're able to be more successful than focusing on this perfection. So keep that in mind. Take a deep breath and give yourself permission to be imperfect. Be weird. It's in these imperfections that you'll find your true strengths and passions. So I want to recap quick. I know this was a little bit of a long video. Apologies. I love to go off on tangents, but perfectionism can be a crippling force, holding you back from living a fulfilling life of passion and purpose. But by understanding its origins and recognizing its negative impacts, you can begin to see the value in embracing imperfection. Benefits are immense. Reduce stress, increase resilience, and a newfound ability to enjoy your life and your life's journey. Now, here's a simple call to action to get you started. Start small. Begin by setting realistic goals on something you want to do and celebrate your progress no matter how minor it may seem. Practice self-compassion and limit your time on social media to avoid unhealthy comparisons. Embrace vulnerability by sharing your struggles with someone you trust. In short, you be you and go for whatever you want to go for. Remember, the journey to embracing imperfection is ongoing. Every step you take is a victory. If you're ready to continue growing and want more personal growth and motivational content, make sure to subscribe to Life Next Level. Join our community of individuals committed to living passionate and purposeful lives and being their weird selves. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone else who might benefit from it. Let's embrace our imperfections together. Remember, I'm Jay, and I hope you're living your life next level. Till next time, guys. We'll see ya.